everybody, I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report. Welcome to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. The talent levels are off the charts as American Song Contest barrels towards its grand finale. I had the chance to speak with some of the semifinalists as they awaited the verdict from the jury and America's vote.
Keys to the Kingdom is basically a representation of a couple things. I would say there's a lyric in there that says, open up the gates, which is a representation of kind of like, this is our opportunity. This is the moment we have to really show the world what we have. It's the keys to our kingdom. But as well, there's a lot of confidence, and we love to exude women empowerment as well in our performance and in the meaning of the song.
Yes, it's all about feeling comfortable and confident in your body and just loving who you are, no matter what you look like. Be authentic, be yourself, and every single day that you walk out that door, just make sure that you hold your head very, very high and don't, question yourself so much. Like, take it all in, that's who you are.
It's really crazy because right before, it starts, I hear in my ears, I'm just laying down and you hear 10, 9, 8. So, they count you down and you just have to go. And honestly, I think I black out a little bit when it goes and it just happens. And then I got done. And this was the coolest moment is I was just standing there and I could see all my friends, my family, and just people I don't even know out in the audience, like cheering me on and being so supportive. And it was really a touching and cool moment for me to see everyone being so supportive. So it was awesome. It was really cool.
It's just the networking I've got to do and meeting new songwriters and just the amazing people that have reached out after seeing me on the show. Just that kind of inspiration is always great. And like I said, networking with new writers, and I'm hoping to be able to collaborate with some of the people on the show. We all talk about that, getting to play shows together down the road, and just hopefully it pushes more to that. Because anytime you can network with other talent, especially from different backgrounds, it always adds to new and exciting music and experiences. So I'm excited for that.
I take a bit of my culture, and growing up just kind of naturally took a bit of all the cultures that were around me. And that's why I think this whole like international music vibe is just so me, because I was exposed to that, growing up. And so I really wanted to incorporate that into my music because I feel like that's what makes me stand out and, different from what everybody else got going on in America. So, I always want to add that cultural flair into everything I do, whether it's the way I'm dressed and my music and, the way we dance and different things like that. So I definitely wanted to bring that bit of me to stage, especially for this show, because America is much more than one certain type of people. America is people from all over the world.
For DIY specifically, I actually wrote that song in my bedroom on the little keyboard that I have. I wrote, the song title DIY was the first thing that came to me, and then the lyrics and the chorus came after that, and then the rest of it kind of followed with the piano bass line, and then I brought it to my producers first thing the next day because I was like, y'all gotta hear this. And that's kind of how I write most of my songs now. I always write the melodies and the lyrics and the chord progressions by myself first, just so I can feel as much creative freedom as possible and take all the time I need to get it right. And then I bring it to a couple of my favorite producers after, depending on what I want the vibe to be.
Just for this opportunity alone has been amazing, but to share my lyrics, my song, my family's testimony, my brother's story, all of the reality of deaths that have been going on in the Polynesian community and the entire world, I just felt honored that God gave me this opportunity to share, and I don't want to, the fun thing about me, with all these questions you guys are going to ask, is it's never about me. Like, I don't want it to be ever about me. It's about it's a bigger picture in everything that I do.
But if I could inspire somebody who was Native American to get out there and do what is true to them, I'd be so grateful for it. So, because I'm just from a small tribe in North Dakota from the MHA Nation. And so, I know there's a lot of us from small reservations. And so if that can inspire them, I'd love to do that. And then in regards to Adele and Amy Winehouse, Adele is the comparison I hear the most. And so to be compared to that is honestly always a compliment. I'm always so grateful, and it has inspired my music. It's inspired who I am as a songwriter. So yeah.
Idol Puerto Rico in that moment it was more local, you know, but it helped me a lot to get the love from my people in Puerto Rico. And it was the first time that I put my songs on the radio station that people know me, and that changed my life a lot. But now the American Song Contest is also changing my life in so many different ways, because people around the world now know about my music, you know, and that is amazing. Like in music, like a musician, I'm like a singer-songwriter, and my dream is just to having people around the world and singing my song and jamming with my song.
It just taught me that, you know, that anything is possible. And if you keep your, you know, your mind to it and you stay grounded and don't let anyone discourage you, you can make it anywhere. Like I said, like 3 weeks ago, I was just a kid in my basement looking up to some of these artists, you know, like Alan Stone, Macy Gray, and now I'm here, you know, on the stage with them. So it's pretty crazy.
It's tough to say in the moment because I'm always scared of messing up lyrics, and especially being on an American Song Contest, like that's the whole thing, you know. So I'm like super zoned in, but there was a few moments during the show, one in particular that I remember where I got through the first verse, I was kind of panning the crowd, and I look and Cisco is sitting in his booth like directly like dead center in front of me, and I hit the chorus and he's singing right in the middle with me. I'm like, what the heck is happening? It was just like such a weird but cool moment.